Good evening, everyone. It's Luther 340. This is a short demonstration or explanation of my latest concoction. This right here is a HHO meter. Basically, it's a clear piston that pops up. And you know, I know how much everybody really loved the way that this one worked. For its simplicity, its repeatability, and its accuracy. But I got tired of getting my hands wet, so I decided I would do something like this. This thing right here is not like most of the ones you see on the internet, in that it's mostly air. There's a pipe, there's an outside pipe and the inside pipe. This inside pipe occupies 95% of the interior, and there's just barely enough room for this tube to slide down inside of it. And it only uses this much water, about 350 milliliters of water is what it uses. I mean, that 350 milliliters occupies this entire volume up to about here, and all the water is used for is a fluid gasket. It's just to keep the air from getting past the when it's filling up with air. It keeps the air from passing by. But it's just the outside piece is a what is it? I can't see it. It's an 1.5 inch. It's an 1.5 inch thin wall PVC. This tube right here. This tube right here is, once you hold it like this, you might recognize it, but it's kind of a tube that you normally would slide over the outside of a 4-foot fluorescent tube. This one is cut short mainly because when I found the materials the right diameter, this was the longest I could find it. Really, I should have made it the entire 4 feet, because this one right now, I mean, I've yet to calibrate it. I've still got to calibrate it yet. But when I do calibrate it, I think I want to say 1 liter is going to be almost like 3 feet. So it needs to be much taller than this. But one thing about it, when it has such a long throw like that, it's going to be very accurate. When you make marks, instead of being 3/8 of an inch apart between 100 milliliters and 200 milliliters, is going to be this far apart. So once I get it calibrated, I'm going to start, once I calibrate it, the way I'm going to do this is my timer it'll run up to about in here somewhere, and that'll be my first mark, and that's where I'll start my stopwatch. And then whatever the distance is that I feel comfortable with, probably 500, 750 milliliters, something like that. That's going to be the second mark, and that's where the stopwatch will be turned off. And being that it uses so little amount of water, dumping it over by accident, it's not going to be well, unless you dump it on your electronics, it's not going to be a major problem. But yeah, it's just, like I said, it's a tube inside of a tube with a sliding clear tube inside that. So the only thing I wish I'd been able to do differently is I wish I'd be able to make it taller. I think if another 2 more feet taller would have been good. But this will work. This will get me past getting my hands in the water. So all right, that's all I have for that particular subject. This is Luther P40 signing off. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch my videos. Take care.